Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, you are welcome back. Thank you so much for your loyalty. Today we'll be talking about the Portugal Job Seeker Visa, and this request was actually made by a subscriber. Okay, the major reason why I didn't want to talk about this visa is because of the challenge with people getting appointment dates at the embassies in Nigeria. But at the same time, I feel like it's going to ease up very soon. And so, yes, why don't we talk about it? So I'm here for us to talk about it. And as usual, I have my laptop here. Now, this video is very, very packed, okay? So I would really advise that you stay till the end because we're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to cover talking about Portugal for a bit, talk about why Portugal is a good country for you to consider. We're going to talk about the benefits, of course, of living and working in Portugal. We're going to talk about the job seeker visa, the benefits of getting that visa, okay? And I'm going to give you a detailed guide, a step-by-step guide on how to apply. We're going to talk about the requirements for this visa so that we see if it's something that you can apply for. Okay, so let's dive in. Before we dive in, if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Zuri, and on this channel, I basically talk about travel, visa tips, immigration tips, and we also talk about some new offers and international offers and opportunities that you can jump on. So if this is what you're interested in, if you're interested in getting some immigration tips, some jackpot tips, then this channel is where you should be. So please smash the subscribe button and do me the favor of sharing this video with one or two people that you know would be interested in this kind of updates. Okay, so like I said, today we're talking about the Portugal visa. Okay, and let's just quickly talk about a few of the benefits of working in Portugal. Okay, now a lot of us know that Portugal affords a high quality of life. Okay, I wouldn't really compare Portugal to Luxembourg, okay, because I've talked about Luxembourg, but Portugal also has high quality of life, affordable living. Also, Portugal is one of the most affordable countries to live in compared to many other European countries. Portugal is a good country to live in. The culture is also very rich. I know that some of you have not read about Portugal that much, but you can start looking at Portugal. Okay, the culture is rich, it's quite safe, okay, and the social care is also really good. Okay, we're not going to dwell on that, okay, but Portugal is a good country to live in. Now let's talk about the benefits of the job seeker visa. I have my laptop here and I have done quite a bit of research about the job seeker visa itself, and it is almost like the Germany opportunity card visa, okay, where they give you the opportunity to come into their country and then search for a job. Okay, so this pathway is also, it's similar. All right, so now for this visa, it allows you to stay in Portugal for up to 6 months to look for a job, okay, which is really good because you have 6 whole months to actually move around and search for a job. And another advantage or benefit of this visa is that it gives you a pathway to residency, okay, because once you have your job, you can then apply for permanent residency, okay, or rather for residence permit, basically, And another advantage of this package is that it gives you access to the job market, okay, because you don't have to start applying to Portugal from your country. You can actually go to that country, which is Portugal, and apply for your visa. So I think that it is really advantageous. And don't worry, it is actually for non-EU EEA nationals, okay? So if you're saying, oh, I'm a non-EU national, I'm a Nigerian, how do I go about it? This visa actually allows you as a non-EEA or non-EU national to stay in Portugal, okay? So you don't have to worry about it. You can stay for up to 6 months, and you can even extend your stay to keep staying and keep searching for a job, and you can apply for a residence permit without having to leave the country. Isn't that amazing? All right, so let's go on. I wrote down some disadvantages. While there are many benefits, okay, of the Portugal package, there are also disadvantages. I know some people might not be interested in the disadvantages, and some consultants might not even tell you okay, about the disadvantages, but don't worry, I got you, okay? I'm going to tell you about the disadvantages of this particular visa type. Now, the first one I wrote down here is financial burden. Before you travel to Portugal on this particular visa type, you have to show proof of funds. You have to show that you are able to support yourself during your stay, okay? It's not just about carrying your bag and going to that country, okay? You have to show when you're applying for the visa that you have enough funds to take care of yourself during your stay, because like I said, you can stay for up to 6 months without a job, okay? So you have to prove that you can take care of yourself, all right? Now, the second disadvantage of this package or this visa is that you have no work rights. Okay, you don't have a right to work until you get a job offer. It is after you get a job offer you can then apply for a residence permit. So while you're there, you need to get a job offer in order for you to start working. And the third disadvantage that I wrote down here is the uncertainty, okay? The uncertainty of the whole thing, because you're just going, you might be going to this country where you don't even know anybody, right? You don't know anybody, you might not know where to start from. So the uncertainty is there, okay? And don't even get me started on the language and everything, okay? So now let's look at, I just thought to tell you, to let you know what the disadvantages are. I know that a lot of us are thinking about the benefits, okay? But then I feel like it would be right for me to also tell you the disadvantages or the threats when you decide to actually move to Portugal. Now let's look at the requirements. I don't want to waste so much time on a point that is not so important, because I know that majorly you're thinking, okay, how do we actually make the move? How do we start? Okay, so let's look at the requirements, okay? The first requirement is that you have to show proof of financial means. Like I said before, you have to show that you are capable of taking care of yourself for the 6 months that you would be in Portugal without a job. Let's assume that you're staying in Portugal for those 6 whole months and you might not get a job till the 6th month. Okay, you have to show that you're financially able to take care of yourself for that period of time. Okay, so the very first thing that you have to put together and show is your proof of financial means. Of course, you have your valid passport, right? Your passport must be valid for at least 3 months beyond your intended stay. But personally, what I would advise for you to do is get a passport that's valid for a couple years, if possible, maybe 1 or 2 years. Okay, let your passport be valid, be well valid, if there's anything like that, okay? So that you don't have to start bothering yourself, struggling to renew your passport while you're there also trying to find a job, okay? So pick one battle at a time, okay? Just renew your passport, okay? And make sure that your passport has good validity before you apply to Portugal. The next point I wrote down here is health insurance. Yes, you have to have valid health insurance coverage, okay, to cover you for the period of time that you would be in Portugal. Another thing is that you need proof of accommodation. Now, if you're staying in a hotel, if you're staying in an Airbnb, you need to get proof of accommodation. You need to show that you're not coming to their country to live under the bridge, okay? So please show proof of accommodation. It's very important. Your proof of accommodation, your proof of financial stability or financial means, those are very, very important to show that you're capable of taking care of yourself while in Portugal, right? Now, the next thing I wrote down here is that you have to have clean criminal record, what we call PCR or PCC. That is your police character certificate or your police criminal record or something, okay? Your police character certificate is extremely important because it shows that you have a clean background, okay? You have a clean criminal record. So you get that from your home country. If you're a Nigerian, you have to get it from your home country. So you can walk up to the police station or somewhere to ask how to process it, how to get it, and you will be guided. Now, the last thing I wrote here under the requirements is your proof of qualifications, okay? You need documents that would show your qualifications and your education. If you're an engineer, if you're a care worker, whatever it is that you have as the discipline, you have to have proof of those things so you can submit it as well, okay? And if you know that maybe you're going to that country to be a caregiver or to be an engineer or to whatever it is that you're going to do in that country, make sure you have enough certifications that will give you an edge. Because like I said, in this package, you're going there to look for a job. So if you know that, let's say, for example, you want to be a care worker or an assistant nurse, it would not hurt for you to take 1 or 2 courses in your country before you start heading to Portugal, okay? Because that way you would have an edge. The more certifications you have, the more qualifications you have an edge in that country that you're going to. I'm going to give you the step-by-step guide to apply for the Portugal Job Seeker Visa. I know that a lot of people have been waiting for this particular section, okay? And so we're finally here. All right, so the first thing that I wrote down here, I'm trying to make it as easy for you as possible. All right, you need to find a recognized volunteer program in Portugal. Okay, you don't just wake up and pick your bag and start moving. No, you have to browse some volunteer programs online. Okay, something like the European Voluntary Service, that is the EVS, or the WWOOF. It's called the Worldwide Opportunities on Organic Farms. Okay, something to volunteer. You can check those out online. I will drop their links in the description. Okay, something to actually start. Okay, these are good places to actually start your browsing and your search. Okay, so you can apply to volunteer, okay, in any of these organizations. You can also Google for more of these volunteer organizations. Okay, you can try the ESV. You know, it's very, very easy. I'll drop the link in the description, okay? And maybe I'll do a video showing you my screen where I apply for some of these volunteer jobs, okay? So you can get those and then secure a volunteer agreement. So that's the second step. You have to secure a volunteer agreement or contract from the organization, okay? Because they have to confirm your placement. Okay, so it's very, very essential that you secure a contract from them. Now, the next one is that you need to gather all the required documents, okay? We have mentioned the requirements already: your international passport, your health insurance, your proof of accommodation, your proof of funds, and so on and so forth. By the way, for those of us who are probably finding it difficult understanding proof of funds or what to do, how to gather your proof of funds, I have a video that I'm going to link in the description talking about proof of funds, how to put your proof of funds together. All right, so I'm going to link it in the description below, how to put your proof of funds together and common mistakes that a lot of people make with proof of funds. I'm going to link it in the description below, so please go check it out. Okay, now after you have gathered all your requirements, the next thing for you to do is go online and fill out your application form. I'm going to leave a link in the description also for you to go complete the application, okay, the Job Seeker Visa application. And I don't know when I'm going to go live, but I would like to go live so that we can even do this together, for me to actually do the application with my screen and then you can watch. Okay, that would be nice. So you have to fill out the visa application form in your home country. After you've completed your application form, you go to the VFS site and then you schedule an appointment. Okay, so after you have paid your visa fee, schedule the appointment and all, the next thing that you need to do is prepare for your visa interview. Okay, now a lot of people might get nervous about this because visa interview, you have to go sit in front of a visa officer to be interviewed. Now I have a video talking about what the visa officer wants to see in your application. I'm also going to link it in the description below. If you haven't watched it or you have never been for a visa interview, it would be nice for you to go watch it. Okay, also my email address is down there if you want one-on-one consultation or advice, or you want to be guided on how to prepare for your visa interview. Okay, I would be more than happy to do that. So send me an email if you want my help in any way. So the next one is, I talked about attending the visa interview. So you attend your visa interview and by God's grace, it's going to be successful. So once you attend your visa interview, the next thing for you to do is wait for processing. Okay, it might take a few weeks. Okay, it might take maybe 6 to 10 weeks. So please apply well in advance of when you really are planning to travel. Okay, after you have done this and you have applied, you've attended your interview and you are back home waiting, you would receive your visa. Okay, that is if it is approved. You would receive your visa and you will travel to Portugal. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Okay, once you get to Portugal, and then you start looking for a job and you secure a job, the next thing for you to do is to go to the Immigration and Borders Service, which is the SEF, to apply for your resident permit. The reason why you need to get your job first is because you will submit your work contract among other documents. Okay, they're going to ask you for a couple of documents in order for you to apply for your residence permit. Okay, so that is it. We've talked about the benefits of living and working in Portugal, benefits of the Portugal Job Seeker Visa. We've talked about the requirements for the Job Seeker Visa, and we just talked about the step-by-step guide on how to go about it. If you have more questions or there's something that you would have wanted me to talk about that I did not talk about, please drop it in the comment section and I will definitely respond. Okay, and also if there's anything else and anything at all that you want me to talk about or to do a video about, drop it in the comment section and I might just do it, because this video was actually from a subscriber and I decided to make this video. Okay, please, if you like the content that you just heard, please give me a thumbs up. It won't cost you anything, but it would also help other people who are interested in this kind of content, to find me on YouTube. Okay, so that is your own way of supporting me on YouTube. Please click the like button and smash the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I drop any new updates from any new country. Okay, so please do not give up, and I will see you on the other side. Good luck with your job search in Portugal. See you in another video.